In the wake of the mass shootings, many are looking to their lawmakers to take action. Every politician has an opinion, whether it's more gun control, mental checks, or safety measures. So Fox 44 set out to find out what our local representatives are thinking. Fox 44's Anna Thrash, she joins us now with what she found out.
Well, hey, Adam, everyone is upset with the frightening developments from this weekend, so many are asking their representatives what are they going to do now. 2 gun control bills are ready for a vote in the U.S. Senate, but right now it's not clear when that vote will take place or if they will even pass.
The evil visited El Paso on Saturday morning.
As of today, 22 people are dead after a man opened fired in an El Paso Walmart Saturday morning. 9 more people died later that day at a bar in Dayton, Ohio, killed by a lone gunman.
On a day that would have been a normal day for someone to leisurely go shopping, turned into one of the most deadly days in the history of Texas.
2 gun control resolutions have recently passed the U.S. House. H.R. 8 would prevent person-to-person purchases of guns without a background check. H.R. 1112 would extend the wait time for a federal background check by a gun dealer from 3 to 10 days. Central Texas U.S. Representative Bill Flores voted against these 2 bills back in February. At the time, he said, quote, "These misguided bills will not prevent criminals from illegally acquiring guns or actually reduce gun violence. Instead, these bills merely criminalize the lawful possession of a gun." Flores instead co-sponsored the Mass Violence Protection Act that would provide law enforcement with more resources to prevent gun violence. Texas Senator John Cornyn visited El Paso Sunday to pay tribute to the victims.
See somebody who was so filled with hate that he would travel down here and try to drive a wedge between us is really heartbreaking.
Senator Ted Cruz tweeted, quote, "What we saw yesterday was a heinous act of terrorism and white supremacy. There is no place for this in El Paso, Texas, or anywhere across our nation." Cornyn and Cruz's websites both say they are supporters of the Second Amendment. Because of the Senate recess, no U.S. senators are able to vote on House Resolutions 8 or 1112.
U.S. senators across the nation have been calling on Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to cancel the summer recess so they can vote on the 2 bills. So far, neither Senator Cruz or Cornyn have made any statement about those bills. Live in the studio, Anna Thrash, Fox 44 News.